Welcome to the abyss, where hearts beat in sync. Miss vampires, then it's all red and black, no time to even think. Ooh, yeah. Welcome to Anastasia, the club that never sleeps, where creatures of the night come to dance so deep. Get lost in the music, let it take control.
I'm gonna simply walk up to them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, my character is half Hispanic. Does that count?
Dude, you don't even get like a smirk out of these guys. They're shaking their head no. You hear the scream of a bald eagle from the trees. It seems to be like staring at you, watching this entire thing go down. And then one of the natives.
Can I use my perception to understand what's going on?
Basically, that's like just your sense of smell and things like that. You can smell like the faint smell of the vampire on that bald eagle up in the tree, and then you can smell the faint smell of the same vampire on these two guards. That's all the information that you're getting. And then Anastasia, your dog in the back seat, looks very excited to get out.
Okay, let me walk over to Anastasia, and I'm gonna say, no. Alright, so I'm gonna walk towards them, and I'm just gonna fucking shoot both of them in the head.
Okay, acceptable. So you walk over, and they start rolling their eyes as you come. You shoot one in the head, and your dog literally bites one in half. So they're both down. And now the inspector, he's really freaking out. Like he's getting out of the car now, and he's starting to like just run away at this point.
Alright, I'm gonna send my dog to go get him. I'll chase after him. Oh, actually, yeah, that works. You're faster than my dog.
How fast are you going, Freighter?
I'm guessing that guy hasn't made it that far, so I'm gonna use one of my blood points and grab him by the neck again.
That puts you down to 8, but you definitely outrun the dog. And you grab him by the neck again. Just let me go, I can't help you anymore.
I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say, I'd like to run away like this.
He's like, think about what you're doing. I'm the second health inspector that's gonna disappear from your club.
Well, technically you're not in our club right now, are you?
But my records show that I was scheduled to be there today. Think about what you're doing.
I mean, I'm guessing it's paper trail, it can't be that much.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, here's an idea. How about I'm gonna kill you, then I'm gonna kill everybody who left if you're trying to run away.
Okay, I'll stay with you, but I don't know what good I'm going to be.
He's Ghouled, isn't he?
Only level 1, but yes.
What happens if we both Ghoul him?
He can only be Ghouled to one person, but he can be like, he would have to like answer whichever one of you, like if you get it to level 3, but one of you would have like priority. Now like since you're both beginning vampires, I'm only gonna allow like 4 ghouls, which you've already reached your limit of 4, but Anastasia's only have 2 ghouls, which is the politician and dog, so she still can ghoul 2 more people. But this guy has to live long enough to be Ghouled.
I'm gonna drag him back over to the gate, and I'm gonna kick him towards it, and I'm gonna say, you lead the way.
We're walking through this? We're not driving through it?
Again, I'm gonna call upon my dog for advice here. Well, she wanted to not mind her business, so it's not mind ours.
Alright, so what's the plan? Is he walking and you guys are driving behind him?
No, we're walking in.
Okay, that's what. So you leave your car outside. The bald eagle watches you as you march forward into the forest. And Freighter, this is where you smell something very strange. You hear the buzzing of bees in the forest. And as you pass, there's a bee hive the size of a small van. Inside of it, bees the size of horseflies are buzzing around. They all have the sense of them. They seem to block the way in front of you, daring you to come any closer.
I'm gonna hit threatening all
right. You do have intimidation of 4, and you hiss threateningly, and you scare the shit out of the investigator even more, but the bees do not look intimidated. The dog looks ready to fight the bees, though.
I'm calling my dog to chill out. We're not going in like fully guns blazing unless they try to do something first. Can I pull my claw?
Yeah, you have like small claws that you could definitely like start attacking the bees with if you need to, like sharp nails. Are you using speed with this or just normal?
We'll just go normal for now and then see.
So you start slashing at the bees. You got brawl 1, but this is like slashing at horseflies. You manage to get a couple, but then they like start stinging the shit out of you. You are a vampire, so the poison's not really affecting you, but you're getting stung pretty bad. And now the swarm is approaching the car. David looks to you, Anastasia, and said, "I could really use some of your blood right now."
Why not?
So you start feeding David. That way he becomes bulletproof at this point. The dog looks ready. The dog, it just starts jumping and starts like eating some of the bees, but it's getting stung like shit also.
No, that's my dog. Alright, I'm just gonna have a try to run past them. Actually, no. Hold on. So I have survival too, so I want to try to make a fire so that way smoke can produce and the bees will go away.
Right, so with survival too, you're pretty good at making fire, so after you feed him, you go outside and you start gathering some leaves as Freighter and the dog are just going back and forth. They're killing the bees, but there are just hundreds of them. You manage to make the fire, and then it starts going up. One thing that you haven't realized yet is for some reason you're definitely afraid of this fire, and including you, Dro, and you start to realize a couple things. The fear of the fire that you have is so irrational. It must be coming from your vampire side. And then on top of that, both of you are starting to wonder if these are like Ghouled bees at this point. So the fire starts going. Freighter, you had like heavily stung, and so did the dog. The dog seems to retreat back behind the car, but the bees start going away from all the smoke. So as right now, like you're stung pretty bad because these bee stings, they're like 5 times bigger than regular bees. So you got like stings all over your body. What's up?
Can I like try to follow the scent more?
So you're following their scent, but they're going back into their like van-sized beehive. You get to the beehive, this thing is like huge, and then you see 2 or 3 more about 50 yards away, and those ones are even bigger. Those ones are the size of a small house. So you start getting concerned that you're gonna call over some more bees.
I think we fucked up pretty bad here.
But you're not too damaged. You can heal yourself pretty easily with your blood if you choose so.
I'm gonna heal myself, but I'm not gonna keep away from that.
Okay, so you head back to the road where all the smoke is. Do you venture forward even more?
Oh yeah.
All right. So the dog.
Little, like walk bag.
What's that?
I was gonna say if he needs more blood, he has a walking blood bag.
Yeah. As you're going further.
I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna see fuck it. I'm eating a blood bag.
Okay, so your blood is at 6 now, so that would put you back up to 10, and you basically drained this guy to the point where he just falls over unconscious, but he's still alive.
Worth it.
Okay, so now, because you don't have the car, so now you have a limping dog, and you have an unconscious dude, so you can either leave him here, or take him with you as you travel further.
Yeah.
Okay, you can put him on the dog's strong as fuck.
Yeah, just have the dog carry him.
Okay, so the road stops, and now it's becoming a dirt trail. It veers off into a few sections, and then Raider, you notice the bald eagle is still above in the trees, following you, watching you, and you start smelling the scent of wolves. Wolves smell like a vampire also.
I'm gonna point it out to Anastasia that she has a higher intelligence factor than me, and I'm gonna ask her what story.
Okay, so you Anastasia, he's giving you the fact that there's a bald eagle that's basically been following you this whole time, watching you, and it smells like a vampire. You remember that one of your abilities is to be able to talk to animals and see through their eyes if you Ghouled them, so like you can see through your dog's eyes. And you're wondering if that's what the case is. This, and possibly the bees, and maybe even the wolves.
Alright, so I'm gonna look up at the eagle that's been following us, and I'm gonna call out to Zara, and I'm basically just gonna say that I really just don't like all of these games, and I just prefer she just came and talked to me.
Interesting. So you see the owl just nods, and the smell of wolves start going away. You travel further inland, and the last thing that you see is just a pair of eyes in the darkness of the woods. You can't quite make it out, but it sort of looks like a bear the size of a small building roaming around in the forest watching you from a distance in the darkness. And then you pass that one, and you see an old-fashioned Native American tribe with teepees, but there's also modern housing in there. And then there seems to be a circle, and it's around the circle there's about 50 Native American men, and then a teepee inside with a woman dressed in fancy Native American clothes with a feather in her hair.
Alright, so I want us to walk straight up to her,
Okay.
and I want a dog to throw down the health inspector in front of her.
So, you guys, the Native Americans break their circle to allow you in. You throw down the health inspector to the ground in front of her. She seems unmoved. I've been expecting you. What took you so long to get here?
Is there goddamn beans?
I'm impressed of how you dealt with them, and I'm impressed with you. But you've come a long way here. What are you looking for? And this is the woman that all the vampire scents have hinted you towards. She is the vampire smell of Raider.
Okay, so I want to go to her, and I want to tell her straight up, I want to be like, look, I don't care if you like me, I don't care what it is you are investigating me for, but between the two of us, we have a common enemy.
A common enemy? You mean the mayor that wishes to take my land, the white man, don't you?
I was talking more about the vampire hunters, but if you want to make a deal and help me with that situation, you help me with mine.
The vampire hunters wouldn't dare step foot onto this land. My ghouls would have taken care of them long ago. And I see you've managed to ghoul a dog. I'm very proud of you.
Well, you won't have a land if you don't have help from me.
The white man
So,
has been trying to take my land for 150 years, and every time they have failed. But I agree. I think we should team up with this. What is your plan?
Kill all of them, duh.
oh my god, no.
That's the exact sentiment that led all the hunters into Baltimore in the first place 100 years ago, and what has destroyed our population since then. Not everything.
Maybe it's because they're weak and they weren't able to kill them good enough.
Oh my god.
If you kill 10 of them, 20 will come. If you kill 20, then 40 will come. Not all battles are fought with fists and knives and swords. Some of the greatest battles are fought with pencils. And me keeping this land safe for 150 years was a battle of the pencil. I know more about combat than you will ever know. So I ask again, what is your plan?
I'm gonna lay down the fact that he and his master was killed, and I want her help trying to investigate into that so we can find out who it was and who they're associated with, so that way we can, at the very firsthand, try to find out who these people are exactly and what their mission is, because it can't just be to just kill vampires. Like, there has to be some sort of reasoning behind it, and then we can go from there.
Every time you kill someone, you've maybe turned someone into a vampire hunter, if it was their daughter or son that you killed, or perhaps brother or sister. And I regret that your sire was killed, Frater Dro. He was a good friend of mine, and I've taken care of those hunters myself. And as for you, Anastasia, have you ever wondered who sired you? Who created you?
No, I have not. I am my own creation at the end of the day.
Very interesting, but you did not become a vampire by yourself. I was the one who bit and embraced you. Haven't you wondered why you have such an affinity to animals and to the land? But you don't know your full power yet.
Well, maybe we can figure that out as we try to handle this situation.
I don't like her non-violent attitude.
Oh my god, I'm trying to play it smart. You're just trying to freaking kill everything.
Yeah, and she was trying to kill us with her giant bees.
See, but she's a valuable resource.
Okay, and I'm saying she's a hypocrite.
She
Okay, well,
She stands up, and she's Mr. Freighter. You are more than welcome to take your best shot at me, and I'll stand here and take it, and do your worst.
You know what?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go in. I'm throwing the right hook.
Alright, you throw the right hook, you got brawl 1, strength of 3. You slam her right on the face, her face goes sideways, and then she just looks at you again. Is that all you can
I'm
do?
not gonna do something badass.
She says, please give him a knife so he can fight me. And then one of the Native Americans come over with a decorative, sharp knife. I said do your worst.
I am so over the theatrics. I just want to know what really wants.
So, since you guys seem incapable of creating a plan on how to get this guy elected, I have a ghoul also in the campaign. He is having trouble with some local gangs, and I've noticed that you fought them before. So I'm gonna give you an address, and I want you to go there and convince them to lay off my ghoul.
And we're not allowed to kill him.
I don't care what you do to them, as long as you don't hurt my Native Americans here.
Well, I'll take care of this.
So do you have the decorative knife in your hand?
I can match it real quick.
But they're giving it to you. You don't even need. So
Oh.
you have the knife. She's like, oh, did you decide to finally test me?
You know what? Out of respect, yeah, I will.
Right. So what do you do with the knife?
I just run force, going full leadle, and I am just going for the latching down motion.
All right, so you slash down. The tip of the knife slashes across her shoulder, and it rips her Native American outfit, but it doesn't puncture the skin in the least bit. And you gave all the power that you have into this knife. She stands there unfazed, not even moving from the attack. Have you seen how Anastasia can tank bullets and knives? I've been doing that from the white man for 150 years. And my ability, my skin is 10 times as thick as hers. You could take the greatest weapon and it wouldn't hurt me. The only thing that the hunters have that hurts me is something called, and then she like looks up a piece of paper and starts flipping it. The 50 cal Browning sniper rifle hurt me. Anything less than that, it's not gonna hurt my skin at all.
It's a very specific make and model.
Well, we killed the other vampire that was here, along with injuring me. I will never forget that.
Alright, enough chit chat. I want to tell her that as a sign of faith, while we take care of the guy for her, I want her to tend to my dog. I could do it myself, but like I said, I want it as a sign of good faith.
She nods, and you hear the patter of feet. 3 wolves, about 6 feet long and 4 foot high, come from behind, surrounding the dog. I will take care of your dog for you. But you have another enemy that you're not aware of. Ethan Williams has gained strength as the leader of the drug trade in Baltimore, and he has a hate for you. I suppose you interacted with him before. I don't know if you remember him, but he's looking for you. So I would start with him.
I'll take care of him again gladly.
Good. Now, you've been on my Native American land long enough, so I kindly ask that you leave.
Into the abyss, where hearts beat and sink. Miss vampires, then it's all red and black, no time to even think. Ooh, yeah. Welcome to Anastasia, the club that never sleeps.